Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that. On the day, we're up $1,700 on the day. A lot of people having a fantastic day today. We're almost back to 50K on our account. We're up 13% in the past week. And yeah, my account was at 70,000 before that big crash and big dip, but we can bounce back extremely quickly. We're already back up 12% in a week. And if the green continues, we can easily have a bounce back in just a few weeks or a month. So this positive earnings season with Microsoft and MasterCard starting the trend saying spending was up. And then we had Apple and Tesla reporting positive earnings that were great. Now we have Google and Facebook to look forward to with some awesome earnings ahead. So call options on some of these could be a good idea. It's risky. We'll talk about the risks. I also have $39,000 in buying power, so I'm looking to hit the ground running and buying a lot of stocks in the next couple months. So make sure you join my close friends list so you can actually see what I'm buying, when I'm buying, how much I'm buying, what calls I'm doing, what puts I'm doing, and everything in between. So today we're just going to do a market update, talk about a lot of different stocks, and we'll even talk about some call options or some put options and some different ideas in the stock market. So make sure you hit an early thumbs up and watch throughout this whole video so you don't miss any tips or tricks. Okay, first things first, we have PayPal down 10% after hours, which is extremely concerning. So if we scroll down, look at my position, you can see I have $3,700 in PayPal. We were about even on my position until the after hours happened today, and now it's down nearly 12%, and it just keeps going down more. So in my opinion, I think we'll see this bounce back. We have PayPal at $150 per share. It's at a 52-week low, and it hasn't been this low for a long time. So under $150 per share, I think is a great entry for long term and closer to that $128 mark. It's interesting because we had so much positive energy with all the earnings companies. So I definitely want to do a deep dive in PayPal and look what numbers they reported and their earnings, their revenue, their net income, and maybe even their guidance was poor that they announced for the next quarter as well. We look at the fundamentals, the net income, revenue, and the earnings, and see there's no serious issues with PayPal, which I'm pretty positive there's no serious issues or anything like that, but it'll nice to see. Nice to be able to hear what the people had to say on the earnings call directly from some of the leaders in PayPal. All right, so I would press trade options, and I'd probably be looking a little bit out like March 18th or April 14th, and I would be buying a call. All right, March 18th will probably be a little bit cheaper. This one's going to be a little bit more expensive, so if you don't at least have a $500 budget on option contracts for a risky call option, remember, any kind of options is extremely risky. Doing options in this market, especially call options, is very risky, but sometimes the risk pays off. All right, now that PayPal's down 11-12%, in my opinion, it could be bouncing back. So I'll probably be looking at like this call option right here. 195 call for March 18th is definitely looking appetizing for me. The only thing is I already have so much diversity in my PayPal positions. However, like 5%, it's one of my largest positions. So I probably don't need to be doing a call option on top of having one of my largest positions as well. But for someone who's not too diversified in PayPal just yet, this could be a good way to get some leverage on PayPal. However, it, of course, like we talked about, is a risky thing to do. Tomorrow morning, we'll also see these prices, the premiums, drop significantly because remember, PayPal dropped in after hours, and then the shares, it doesn't reflect, the premium doesn't reflect until the morning. So this $195 call in the morning might be only $300 or $200, and at that price it might be more inside your budget. All right, so the next one up, we have Netflix on the list. All right, up 7% on the day, up 21% on the week. I was talking about this one on my YouTube, but more specifically I was talking about my close friends list, and people have been making money from this one. If you're watching me on YouTube, you've been making money. If you were on my close friends list, you've been making money. We took some calls out on Netflix, very risky calls. Ended up doing very well for some of my students up today. Some up over $2,500, others up 300% on a Netflix call. Remember, I was talking about how I wanted to buy under $300 per share and even closer to $350 per share, and then sell above $500 to $600 per share for swing trades. I think it's definitely realistic and definitely possible to see Netflix between $500 to $600 per share in the short term again. It looks like it fell very quickly. It's rebounding very quickly, so I'll be surprised to see if we see it fall very sharply once again. Here's a super interesting one that we expected to perform well on the earnings. So we have Google up 7% after hours, and that's a huge movement for something like Google, up 12% on the week. And if we look at their PE ratio, they also have a 26 PE ratio, so they're even a fair price at the market cap they're at currently. So in the video, we'll dive a little bit deeper in PayPal, why they fell 12%. We'll dive a little bit deeper in Google, why they're up 7% after hours. And Google right now is approaching an all-time high, knocking on $3,000 per share door. Personally, I like buying closer to $2,500 or $2,700, but I'm waiting for that $2,500 to really start a big position. You can see I have a pretty small position right now. I have a larger position in my long-term account. Okay, another interesting one is Snapchat, up almost 4% after hours and up nearly 7% on the day if you take in after hours into consideration as well. This is a stock that's been beaten down, pretty significantly. We've seen them at $80 per share, and from there, they're down around 60%. We see them bouncing back a little bit just now. I've done a deep dive in this one in the past, and I like what I saw. Monthly active users is actually very high, believe it or not, and they're growing monthly active users consistently year over year, quarter after quarter, which is an important thing for Snapchat to be doing. All right. And they're also expanding into like European countries and, other countries like that. Now, a risky thing to do is a call option on Snapchat. I'm not recommending it, buying a call, but if you're a little bit riskier, there could be some great profits to come. Now, I recommend looking at March 18th for Snap. This is what I'm personally doing, 39 call or 38. I like the 38 a little bit better, so I would just swipe up, take that one out. Remember, this is a risky thing to do because Snapchat has been beaten down, and this market is very hard to run call options in because the next couple days or the rest of the week can be totally red and a disaster. We've already seen Snapchat go up 16, 18%. Obviously, it would have been better to take out call options below $30 per share, but I like to see a little bit of confirmation on the rebound that we're actually getting some sort of rebound here, and Snapchat I think can go up to around $40 per share is probably where I would be looking to sell this call option. Just make sure you always understand the risks, and for options in general, never use money that you need in the short term. Always use expendable money, and make sure you definitely are always setting stop losses. And if you don't know how to set stop losses or trade options that well, DM me. I have an awesome program that is 20 step-by-step videos on how to trade options step by step. We also see DraftKings up 7% on the day, 13% on the week, and from its bottom up around 25%, signaling some sort of bounce back that's taking place with DraftKings. Now, football season is here. Football season's upon us. Playoffs just ended. The Super Bowl's coming up next in the second week of February, and DraftKings could definitely capitalize on a lot of sports betting, prop bets taking place with the Super Bowl. So that could be a positive catalyst. Hopefully that way, DraftKings will bounce back to around $30 per share. There's no guarantee again. And DraftKings is one of those stocks that's just been beaten down immensely, down around 71%. I think they're a pretty good stock for the long term. I like their business model. I think they're going to be growing consistently. If you do an option, which I probably won't be doing myself, but if you're a risk taker, a little bit more of a risk taker than me, then you can look at like this 26 call. It's only $162, and if you put a 50% stop loss, you're really only risking like $75 at the end of the day. And instead of betting on the Super Bowl, if you are a little bit of a gambling man, $160, 50% stop loss. Even the $28 call is pretty inexpensive. I know a lot of people who watch these videos, they do enjoy taking risk, and they like taking risks. They're looking for those 100, 200, 300% gains. So this might be one of those opportunities. Doing a call option on DraftKings towards the end of February, early March could present that kind of opportunity. So I hope you guys did enjoy that video. I just wanted to make a quick video, do some call options for you guys. Obviously, it's a risky thing to do right now, but like we said, the risk takers get rewarded quite frequently. And if you rather see more up-to-date buys and sells, what I'm buying, when I'm buying, how much I'm buying, and calls, options, puts. Make sure you DM me because, like I said, I have that close friends list where I post everything. And if you want to see success, I have over 500 success stories now. Click on success number 4. These are some of the recent ones here, and you can go through and read hundreds of positive testimonials from all types of clients from all over the world. That's success number 4. You won't see any of these green ones here that say like CFL. That's only for people who actually have access to my close friends list, but you'll see success number 3 is the next one, and we filled that one up with over 100 more positive testimonials. So we've been doing this a long time. We've been growing here a long time, and we're going to be doing it a long time in the future. Also, we're going to keep continuing to grow. So if you just keep liking these videos, that's all I ask. Drop a thumbs up on these videos, and I'll keep making them for you. If you were here before 150,000 followers on my Instagram, then you're one of the early people. And I want to take a second out right now to thank all you guys for all the love and support you guys have been showing me on my Instagram and YouTube over the years. If you're new here, don't forget to share with a friend and hit subscribe with post notifications on so you're alerted when I drop a new video. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.